that? How about that, huh?
Yeah.
A little Bradley action.
For all of us fangirls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so.
Are you Team Bradley?
I feel like I'm going to get some hate with my saying this, but yeah, I was happy when I read this.
Nice.
I was happy.
Nice. And what about you, David? I mean, what's it like for you?
You
Wait,
know-
oh, sorry, before we say
Yes.
anything.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you haven't watched the finale yet, if you haven't watched the finale yet, go away. Go
Bye-bye.
away. This is nothing but spoilers. All we're going to do is talk about the finale. So if you don't want to know what happens, go away, come back later. You can watch this content anytime you want. We'll be delightful and charming for you at your leisure. So go away. This is like a bad refrigerator full of spoiled goods. So chew. Those of you that are still here, how about that? So seriously, David, are you? Where do you fall, Team Bradley, Team Family?
You know, I feel like I go back and forth with it, and it's partially due to the writers and the writing. I don't know. I feel like they're at least at a point right now where it might be more beneficial for them to kind of be, you know, continuing on their own journeys as it may be. But see, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
So much trouble.
I'm trying to read your face here as I
Your
talk.
Twitter is blowing up right now. That's all I
they're
know.
like,
Yeah.
what?
Hey everybody, I'm Peter Page. I'm one of the EPs of the Fosters, and I'm here with Bailey Madison, who plays Sophia Quinn on the show, and David Lambert, who plays Brandon Foster. Thank you guys so much for being here with us.
Thank
This is
you.
so fun. I can't believe we get to
excited.
do this. This place looks kind of vaguely familiar,
right?
It's it's sort of eerily the same and yet not.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fosters fans, I challenge you to find the differences. What's the same and what's not?
Yeah, it's a good question.
To the mom's
honestly.
to the mom's bedroom. Thousands of questions have been submitted to us
So
by the
cool.
fans. Yes, exactly, and we've sifted through a few, and I'm going to ask some of them to you guys.
Okay.
Let's see, David. Here's a question from Rafaela. David, I really like your voice. Are you thinking of doing something with music?
You know, I feel like right now there's sort of a parallel between David and Brandon with music. Music's been around my entire life. You know, I kind of did like musical theater growing up and whatnot. So, yeah, you know, I'm actually developing stuff with friends and whatnot, kind of exploring it, but we'll see. You know, I think it's kind of a constantly evolving process.
Interesting, nice. On that note, the Someone's Little Sister EP is
Yes.
out on iTunes today.
I'm
Yes.
so excited.
Yeah,
I know.
I had the song stuck in my head like a week and a half after filming.
Oh my gosh,
And I was
yeah.
texting Ashley, who's Lou on the show, and I was like, you're just so good. This is just so good.
You guys are amazing together.
Yeah.
You really.
No, I
So
mean,
good.
Ashley is an amazing singer, and then Brad Hooks, who writes all of the music, he's our music coordinator for the show, writes it all himself, essentially. It blows me
incredible.
away every time.
I know,
I
he's
mean, every
incredible.
new song, I'm just like, how? It's
He's
like,
an old friend of mine, and I'm so grateful for that because he really makes us able to tell any kind of musical stories we want to tell.
Yep.
He does
Yeah.
the classical music. He does all of Someone's Little Sister. He does. He even did that 80s track that
Yeah.
Lou brings over for Brandon to play. We had him compose something original because we couldn't find exactly what we
Yeah.
needed, and I don't think you could ever tell.
Yeah, it's so impressive. I
yeah.
really don't understand how he does it.
That's pretty amazing. Do you want to let's show a little clip of the band playing. Clip number 2. I thought this was a pretty magical moment.
We are a desert island, it's just you and I. And all I wanna do is get more stranded with you. Don't need no lifeboat, figure it out as we go. We are the main attraction, they can't help reacting. Don't need a pause, we ain't found, but we ain't lost. We are a desert island, and we're still surviving now. Now. Hell yeah, we survive, we're surviving. Hell
Really good. Yeah. Yeah.
we Our voices never fading out.
It's super catchy, that tune.
You guys know like all the words.
No, we were
it's
just
amazing.
totally jamming out over
We
here.
had a good time. Me and Bales,
did.
we're
We
on
nailed
it.
it.
We'll sing back up for you guys
Hopefully
anytime you
didn't
like.
hear us.
So Bailey, here's a question for you.
Okay.
This question cracks me up. Bailey, how do you and Maya look so much alike?
I don't know.
How did you do that?
It's the nicest compliment. No, it really is. She's so beautiful. I don't know. We always joke.
Now, do you feel weird saying that because everyone's like, you look so much like her, and you're like, she's gorgeous.
No, but then I'm like, that's crazy
No,
because she is.
You're both
No,
very,
I mean
very
it.
beautiful.
Thank
and
you.
and
I feel like she's always joked that she's like questioned her mom about it.
Really?
So then I started questioning my mom about it.
yeah. What did Patty have to say?
Mom was like, oh, no, no.
No, there's no.
And then walked away.
Because what if we found
never
out there
know.
was like a separated at birth thing that
There was a whole article that was made, I don't know if you guys saw it, claiming why we are actually sisters. And it was like photos of our Instagram post, how we both like pose the same way, and like coffee
It's like a
drinks that we
conspiracy
have.
theory that
yeah,
people have.
Literally.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
And so, yeah, the theory would have to be that like one of you, that either your mom had her and shipped her off to Australia,
Right.
or her mom had you and shipped you off to America.
Right.
Right.
Perfect.
That's amazing.
I like either.
Amazing. Let's see. What's some other good questions? Bailey, what did you think when you found out you were cast on the show? What happened?
I was over the moon because we had gone back and forth for like Maya and I like 2.5 years on Twitter, and the fans had always kind of like joked about the idea, but I never thought that it would happen. And I remember I was doing a show at the time, and I walked into my trailer, and my mom told me, this is like no joke, I fell to my trailer floor. I've never told you this. I
love
started
it.
screaming so loud, and I was kind of like, it was like a mix of like screaming, crying, and like snorting, because like I snort when I like laugh, and it was like a mix of like all of these different
So
emotions.
you were actually literally hysterical.
No, I really was, and I was
I
over the
love
moon.
that.
And then it was real when I got to come and see you guys and meet. But
We're so
such
lucky
an
to
honor.
have you.
I've
We're
been such a
so
fan for a while.
glad you get to be to work with us.
Thank you.
David, here's a question for you. This is from Justine. What has been your favorite storyline on the show so far?
In general, or specifically my?
I don't know.
Okay,
Either one.
just
Tell us both.
In general,
You both can answer this.
Okay.
I guess for my character, I really enjoyed the whole kind of downward spiral that Brandon, experienced, especially at the,
Dark Brandon.
Yeah, Dark Brandon
Yeah.
was just kind of fun, especially because when we first meet Brandon, he was so sure of himself. He knew where he was going. He knew what to do. He was. A lot of people called him like the golden child, kind of at the beginning. And so it was fun for me to break him of that and sort of take him down this, tumultuous sort of journey that he went on. So like the fake ID stuff, and then everything with Vico, and everything that kind of culminates to the dance and all that. It was a lot of fun. Just all the levels that you guys, allowed me to do with that character was, I think, my favorite. It's been a highlight for me, for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What about you, Bailey? What's been your favorite storyline? It doesn't even have to be for Sophia.
No,
but-
I love Sierra. So I was really happy with the whole Marianne storyline when she dyes her hair, because I think it's really true to what's going on with girls now at school. I think they're kind of meant to kind of go into that crowd, and I think that if they're not in that crowd, then they don't really know what to do. So I think it kind of showed that even if you fall into that, there's like a way to get out, and you're your own self, and you're unique and you're beautiful. And I thought that it was really good for like a lot of teenage girls out there who are kind of going through that to be able to relate to that. And she's so good.
Nice. Here's a question from Philippa. What's the best advice you've ever received on the set? What's the best note you've ever gotten? What's
Just watching you guys. And Michael, we have a great coach.
Yeah, Michael Trainer is amazing.
Michael
So
Trainer?
good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, he's definitely. I'm literally trying to think of just those little
Yeah.
proverbial kind of notes that he gives me. But I mean, it's honestly, I'm with you on that. I
Yeah.
feel like I learn a lot just from watching fellow castmates like Terry Polo, Danny Nucci,
Yeah.
Sherry Som, the adults on our set that I get to work with constantly.
They're pretty extraordinary.
They're
You guys are all
amazing.
pretty extraordinary. We're very, very lucky.
Yeah.
It's when we assembled this cast, we sort of knew we had lightning in a bottle. Everyone is so special and so
good.
unique and so honest
Yeah.
and willing to bring their mess to the stage, to the set, and that's. I think the magic. I think that's
Yeah.
really the Foster's magic is being willing to show up with all your junk
Yeah.
and put it out there for the world to
Yeah,
see.
and Michael's good. I mean, he'll get like right in your face, and he'll be like, and he'll say something, and he'll be like, I never thought of this, but this is it. It's great. You guys bring stuff out of everyone.
So let's talk about the end of Sophia, the end of Sophia in this season. Let's talk about that.
Just
So
now.
what? So Sophia, creates all this trouble, right? She
Right.
she rips
Out
up the
of love,
papers.
out of hashtag love,
Absolutely. It's
everybody.
always,
So, yeah,
it's always a
Yes.
positive impulse. Everybody
Yes.
does. That was something I learned from an acting teacher. Was like nobody ever does anything to be bad.
Right.
No one ever
They
does
always think
anything
they're
for a
doing a
negative
good
reason.
thing.
They're
Yeah.
always moving towards something positive. So
she's
it's
so
your job to
lonely.
figure out what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sophia's lonely and
Yeah.
depressed and unhappy, and she
Yeah.
found this girl that brings some light into her life.
Yeah.
And I think she, over assigns need a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I think she really went for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Let's watch the clip and then we'll come back and
Okay,
talk about
good.
it
Yeah,
a little bit.
I love you.
I don't love you. And I will never live in this house with you. And I will never call you my father again.
Wait, Callie.
No, you promised me.
I know. I do. I want you to be happy.
I won't be happy. I'm never gonna be happy. I'm so sorry, okay? I just want you to be with us. I am your sister. No, you're not. You're a spoiled little brat.
Me times will change, and they won't look at us like we're broken, strange. In the night, every road you take in the night brings you back to me. Don't stand alone, I'm right here.
What is she gonna do in there?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm not
Because
telling you
I'm
anything.
petrified of what you're gonna do. I read the script. I was like, please don't kill me off. Please don't kill me off. I was like, what did I do wrong?
She's a very
But I mean, you heard it right
unhappy-
there. She said to her, like, I just want you to be with us. Like, I am your sister. This is what I did. And I think there's something we need to help her out a little
Yeah,
bit.
I think she's got some
Yeah.
troubles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for
I
you to
am
find
too.
out though, because
I
I
am.
know we've decided already what
Have
she does
you?
in there. Yeah,
So
we
wrong.
decided, but I'm not
Okay,
telling
okay.
because it's bad if I give it away.
It would be.
Sophia's
Oh.
an interesting character though, because it seems like she has these like small tones of dark
Yeah.
in her, a little bit, right? I mean,
Small tones of dark. She
They're-
said.
they're-
She literally says when Callie says you wouldn't even be here, and she's like, well, that wouldn't be so bad.
Exactly.
It's like, what is
Exactly.
Yeah.
that about?
Yeah, I think because her life is so perfect that you don't expect it, and then when it comes out, there's something there.
something
And
there.
it's so much fun to play.
Good.
So much
I'm
fun.
glad you're having
Thank
fun.
you.
We're loving watching
Thanks
you do
for
it.
making me dark.
You said that in her first meeting.
I
When
know.
Bailey came in to sit down with us when
Yeah.
we'd cast her, and she was like, I'm excited. I'm excited for what's next."
Yeah.
So,
Because I just come off of a comedy, and I was like, "Make me cry, let me cry, like,
I'm gonna have some
make
fun.
me
Yeah.
crazy."
So, and how about you, David Lambert? Should we do that? Should we run that clip? Should we see the end?
Maybe we see it real quick,
all right.
and then I can give an opinion.
What's going on?
Robert's not letting me get it. I knew I couldn't trust.
Talk
I
to
can't
me.
trust anything. I knew this was gonna happen, Brendan. I knew it. I just.
Okay, come here. Sit down with me. Take some breaths. Okay, just take some deep breaths. No matter what, they can't make you live with them. We'll still be your family.
I'm never getting adopted.
You don't know that?
Yes, I do. If Robert doesn't sign the papers, maybe this is the way it's supposed to be. Or maybe this is the way it was always supposed to be. I gave up so much to be adopted.
Safe in my hands. Safe in my hands. Safe in my hands.
So good.
Man, oh man. Who don't you kiss in this episode?
I know, right?
Sure.
That was
I was thinking that.
No.
good point.
But you can't, I don't just blame him though. I think that's a very mutual moment. It
Yes,
feels like to me. It
definitely.
feels like that is about months and months of repressed attraction and connection and care for each
Yes.
other.
Yeah, no, definitely. I remember doing that scene, and that was actually an interesting scene to do with Maya because it felt like for the majority of the beginning of season 2, I was like really kind of spaced away from her, you know, and it was sort of in the performance, it was in the writing, it was all around. So I got really used to
being a
having
little-
these, having this like these bubbles, you know.
Right.
And so coming up to this scene, it felt very odd to be that intimate with Maya again. But I don't know what is best. I will say, coming up in the future, But you guys seem to have a way to kind of do this with us. So.
Well, you know what's amazing to me about the whole show is that there's no lose.
Right.
It's a beautiful family, and it's a beautiful relationship. And so we're incredibly conflicted about what we want, but there's no lose.
Right.
There's a beautiful ending to be had, whatever road we go down.
Of course.
So that helps me sleep at night.
Yeah.
Here's another question. This is from Elizabeth. Elizabeth says, my favorite relationship on the show is Steph and Callie, which I think is I like what she says there. What's your favorite relationship on the show? Just as a fan, just watching the show, what do you think?
I mean, it's hard to beat Steph and Lena for me, but that's just because that's because I know those women and I know they're so amazing. So it's hard for me to look past them. I also really enjoy Mike and Brandon, just because that's a relationship that I can relate to in some ways.
Brandon, those moments might be the moments that make me cry the hardest. I mean, you know me, I cry.
Yeah.
I cry at every table read. I cry in the editing room. I cry when I write the scenes. I was coming and I go, oh, I just wrote such a good scene, you guys.
Leave it to Peter you know.
But the Mike Brandon scenes are the ones that just make me heave like a
There's
little
something
baby.
about those scenes in particular, and I think it's a relationship I have with Danny Nucci as well, but they feel so honest to me, and every time I have a one-on-one scene with Danny, I know it's going to be a lot, I know it's going to be pretty heavy, but I also know it's going to be amazing to do, and it's, you know.
It's rare that it's rare that we give you guys a scene that isn't a lot. I mean, it's really rare that you get a scene where you're just like, I'll phone this one in because nothing's happening here.
Right. No,
know.
it really is. It's conversations, it's sit-downs, it's you know, Danny and I talking it out and, you know, trying to make it the best it can be. But I really do appreciate every scene we get because that's a story that I really enjoy to be part of.
Nice.
For sure.
Nice. And what about you? What's your favorite?
That's hard to ask. That's like asking if I like chocolate or vanilla ice cream.
Right.
That's like a really chocolate. Yeah. But no, I mean I will say I was able to work with Rosie on this episode, and I think she's so good. And just knowing
She's
her as a person,
so
and
amazing.
I think we should point out when she comes up and makes her speech at the end after Callie speaks,
Yeah.
that was all her. Like she went up there.
That was true,
They
yeah.
said just improvise something, and she went up there and did
And
that,
killed
and
it.
had all of us crying.
It killed it.
And I sat there and I remember thinking, what an honor to be watching this and watching her. So I love every time that she's on because she's so good,
Yeah.
so good.
That's another great relationship between Rita and Callie as well,
Yeah.
all those conversations.
Yeah.
But Rosie's amazing, for sure.
We're so lucky. Okay, here's one. If you, this is from Adina. If you could play any other character in The Fosters besides your own, who would you play? I would want to play Steph, I think.
Steph. Steph.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
No, well, no, not I don't know. Maybe Mike, honestly. Maybe Mike.
Really?
I don't know. I'm a fan of those characters that are kind of, he's in this redemption sort of mode. You know, he's trying to redeem himself. You know, after countless of
got a lot
years
of-
of
he's got a
mistakes.
lot to do, yeah.
You know, so it's that whole kind of rising up again and you know, that rising from the ashes thing. I think that I'm
Nice.
a big fan
Nice.
of.
What about you?
That's so hard.
Oh, come on. Just it's not real. You're
Well,
not
is
going
it
to
bad
get
if
to.
I? Is it, that's true.
Yeah, you're not going to get to. It's
You're
not going to
actually
happen.
going to.
It's not a contract
Well,
negotiation.
it's like a no-brainer to say Callie.
Right, yeah.
Just because.
Yeah.
But no, I love Sierra's character. She makes me laugh so much. I think she's like, she never fails. She can make you laugh in the same scene as she makes you bawl in the same scene.
You know what?
She's so good.
I take it back. I want to play Jude. I actually do want to play Jude.
Yeah.
Jude, I actually
thought
probably
about it,
relate
if
to
you could
Jude
make it a girl.
more than
Yeah.
anybody else. I probably relate to Jude more than anybody else. We don't have to make it a girl. You can play it.
Yeah.
You can do anything. You're special.
Thank
This is for Bailey. David says, Bailey, what has been your favorite scene to shoot? What was your favorite scene you've done so far?
I loved, I loved this episode especially just because there was a lot of, it was the first moment that you actually saw Sophia break, and for me that was really fun because it's been a lot of episodes kind of leading up to you thinking, is there something wrong with her, what's going on with her, so to finally show that breaking point and that switch kind of turn off and whatever she's going to do in there and she locks herself, I think that was super fun to kind of find and play. But I also love the boat stuff with Maya when we're sitting in that boat alone and she turns to me and says, you know, you think about it if you weren't here, because that was the first time that we got to really connect and make it that
little
character.
clue.
Yeah,
Yes,
but anything
totally.
with Maya, because it's like a dream.
Right. All right. So this is our last question. But David, what about you? What's your favorite scene? You've got a lot to sort through. So
Yeah, my favorite scene that I've ever.
I know my favorite scene of yours.
What is that? I'm
My
curious.
favorite scene
I'm
of yours
curious.
is when you show up at your dad's house to tell him you're not going to move in with
In
him.
the very beginning. You know, that's actually a scene that came to mind too, was that scene with Mike. I think also I really am a fan of the walk and talks. So there's quite a few walk and talks that I've had with Maya that just are so fun to do. I don't know, I think for some reason I like the action and also having this intense scene and moving. And
That's such a strange, specific thing that you love.
It is.
I
it
love that you
is.
love it, but it's weird.
I guess, I don't know. I
weird.
pace a lot. Maybe that's, I
That
walk a
is-
lot.
you do,
Maybe
yeah.
that's
I like
it.
moving. I really like moving.
But yeah, no, that scene at the door with Mike is, I think, will always be a highlight for me in the show,
Yeah.
actually.
It's a killer. And that was a moment I saw you change as an actor too.
Right.
You,
yeah.
you were a different actor the day after that scene than you were the day before it.
Thank you, Peter.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I adore you both.
Thank you.
So do you want me to tell you what happens after the Bradley kiss?
Please do.
Yeah,
Want me to
tell
tell you?
them
So,
right now.
Yes.
so Brandon, Callie, they lean into each other. They can't help it. They kiss, and we cut to black, right?
Right.
So then,
So then what happens is you come back for the Christmas special
Yes.
in December.
Right.
Okay.
And we
And
are going to
then-
pick up right at that moment.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
But that's all I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you anything else. You come back for the Christmas special, and we will pick up right at that exact second. Brandon, Callie, lips locked. That's where we begin. If you're a fan, you probably don't want to miss it.
yeah.
Right?
I mean, I would watch it. Maybe if I were you
should
guys.
with me.
So
Thank you,
happy.
Foster's fans. We
Thank
love
you.
you.
Thank
We
you,
love
guys.
you. Good night.
Bye, guys.